بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم نحمده ونصلي على رسوله الكريم أما بعد. So I was just mentioning a few, just a timeline of events that have happened, and also some of the things we can learn from this. So just, it's not going to be that beneficial, but just anybody just know how things happen in Medina Munawwara. So when somebody passes away, the first thing they do is call the police. So the doctor confirms it and they call the police. So the police come and they make sure that there's no foul play involved. Then from there, normally, if it's a local, they go straight to the maghsala. And if not, then if somebody's a foreigner, then they need authority from the embassy or the local agent's representative to make sure that they have no issue in burying that person in Medina Munawwara. Because they can say, well, who told you to bury them? They want our citizen back. That can happen, so then they have that. So normally, England, Pakistan, India, they've all got embassies in somewhere in Riyadh, Jeddah, somewhere. But Barbados is so small, we don't have an embassy in Saudi Arabia. Like we don't have that many people who go to Saudi Arabia to have an embassy there. So then we had to get a letter, but because it was Mom passed away after Fajr, so it was night time in Barbados, so we had to wait quite a long time. So then, by the time we got the letter, it was like Asr time. We took the letter so they took the body to the Maghsala and they explained the whole process, what's going to happen. Not to the Maghsala, to the mortuary, to keep the body there until you can get the thing processed. So then we got the letter in Asr time. It was in English. So then we took it to the police station. So he said, this is English, we need Arabic. So I showed him Google Translate. So he said, Google Translate, he said, go and get it printed. So I said, okay. So then we went to the so we got it printed. And I don't think he wanted to do the work that day. So he said, Bukra, come tomorrow. So I said, okay, no problem. So then we said, we got it all typed up in Arabic. We said, you know what, they might do the same problem tomorrow morning. Let's get an official document. We got it typed up from Barbados in Arabic. We got it signed off, we got the right thing. And then alhamdulillah, next morning, 8 o'clock in the morning, and again, if anybody ever this, you need to have a local, somebody who's local. If anybody passes away in Medina Munawwara or even in Mecca, try and get hold of a local somehow there. If you do it on your own, it's very difficult, because you don't know the process, the system, the style. So make sure you get a local and ask him to help you out. But next morning, alhamdulillah, we got hold of one local, and from 8 o'clock, then we went there, and then we had a few places we had to go, 1 stop, 2 stops, about 4 stops, and by 12 o'clock, alhamdulillah, everything was approved. Very good. But one thing I was thinking on the way, it was 2 things. One is, if you just, in life, when we get like frustrated, why is it not happening? It's taking so long. You don't have expectations that it should be done by this time. And if you just think, I don't know when it's going to happen. Next, somebody said, it could take 2 to 3 days. I said, okay, 3 days. My mental is, okay, it could take the 3 days. So I'm just ready for 3 days. Take my tasbih with me, take my Quran with me, line up batteries, and wherever it is, I can read my Quran, my tasbih, communicate with everybody, and just mentally think. So you have if something takes a bit longer, somebody says you get a bit run around, you think, okay, this is part of my ibadah. Think of the khidmah for my mother in the last moments. So in life as well, if we have the expectation that something should happen the way I say it should happen, or why is it not happening this way? That's when we get all angry, upset, frustrated, disappointed. If you have a mental that, you don't have these expectations, then things become a lot easier. So when you have expectations, then this is when things become very difficult. And number 2 is, at certain points, like you have, I don't know how to categorize it, but in some places you have these like very efficient societies. Well, I don't know how efficient England is, but Europe and America, this is supposed to be more efficient. Yes? So what happens is you go in there, like you go there, get the paper, stamped off, finish, you go, finish. Like 2-minute job. Now in Saudi Arabia you go, so now he goes to the police station, and the person who's with me, the brother, local brother, Allah give him Jazair Khair, he sits down, he tells the policeman, the whole story. Oh, they came from Barbados, and last night they came, and he passed away before thing, and he's talking, he goes, wow, mashallah, he tells a story about his uncle or his aunt or somebody. And it's like a 20-minute, like 5-minute job, and it takes half an hour. Yeah. And you go to the next person, you have to go to get that certificate. Same thing again, he goes, mashallah, this, full, he tells a story, talks to him, and this, that. It's like, oh Allah. Yeah. And I started thinking about it, and I thought, one is efficiency. So you have efficiency. It was quite efficient. If you look at it, within 4 hours, we got everything done. And we took a bit longer because we made 1 stop to do something else, which could have been delayed till later on, but we got done because on the way we didn't realize, but it could have been even quicker. But then you realize, sometimes we have this efficiency, but it's coming at the expense of that human touch. If you just go, let's say for example, everything can be online. This is it. Get the document from there. It goes to someone. You can do it online. You can probably make it up. That you just scan the paper. It goes to somebody. They see the check. They check it off. Instead of driving from one place to the other place, you send the email across. They approve of it. It gets printed out in one place, and it's done. So that's efficient. But in all of this efficiency, what's happening? We're losing human touch. So this person, he's met 5 different people on the way. He's met different people. You talk to people. You interact with people. And all the efficiencies that we have in the whole world, what's happening now? We're just losing touch everything. Like nowadays, for example, supermarket. So a supermarket is like, I don't know how old you are, maybe not more than 60 years or so. The idea of a supermarket. Before that, what you have to do, you have to wake up in the morning and you have to go to buy bread from the baker shop. So you know the baker, how are you, Mr. Jones, Mr. Smith. Then from there you have to go to the grocer. You meet the grocer, you talk to him. So you're getting out of your house in the morning, you're going, you meet somebody, you have interaction with somebody. Hey, what happened to them? My customers have come for 2 days, what's wrong with them? Are they sick, not well? Somebody comes and visit you. So what happens is all of a sudden things take a bit longer to get them. You have to go to one shop for bread, one shop for milk. You have to go and buy meat sometimes. You can't store like 2 weeks of meat, not 2 weeks, 2 months of meat in your freezer. So now you have to go and do it. So efficiency is going. So we've become very, very efficient. You don't have to go to the bank. Just open it up, done, finish. But as a result, what's happening now? There's no human touch. The humanity, the relations are all, in the old time before, you're not independent because why? You need family, you need help, you need cousins, you need brothers, you need sisters, you need neighbours. You help each other out a lot. Now it's like the way society is like, you can just live, you get things done very easily. But what's happened now? You don't meet your family, you don't meet relatives, you don't interact with other people. So the efficiency is maybe improving in terms of that. Yes, news, you don't have to go buy a newspaper. Just get news on your phone. But when you go to the newspaper, what happens? You meet a news agent, you meet Funa, you get them saying. So in this world where we have different cultures, some of efficiency and some of more of a human touch, if we live in a society where everything's done very quickly, like you don't go to the bank, you don't go to the post office, you don't go to anything, post office picks up from your house. And the post office, he comes, he scans away quickly, he goes, he's not say, hello, good morning. None of these things are happening. So from a human perspective, what's happening? We call it depression. We have like people are feeling like lost, they feel unhappy because so much is missing in their life. So what I want to say from this is that when I see these people talking, I had a blank mind. I could take me up to 3 days, I don't mind. I haven't got done in 1.5 days. But when I saw this, I thought it's a different culture, and I thought, what do we really want in life? Do you want everything really, really efficient, fast, quick, and then you go home and watch TV? Well, we don't watch TV, you get them saying. People, they have so much free time. Now you go home and you go on TikTok. And you have fake friends, you have fake likes. Or you go home and start watching Twitter. Or you go and watch TV. So you get everything done efficiently. Supermarket delivery. And now you don't even have to go to supermarket. Supermarket comes to you. Amazon comes to you. So you haven't got the house. That's why we have stories of what happens. Somebody passes away and nobody knows. And then 2 weeks later, 2 months later, the neighbors say there's a bad smell coming from a flat underneath of us. Then they realize somebody dead 2 days ago, 2 months ago. Police come. Nobody. That's happened. And I told you a story before as well. The madrasa we were staying in is it was actually where we studied. It was actually an old people's home. I said this before, I think. It's an old people's home. So when I came in 2000, and I think they bought the property in maybe 1998. And before that, it had closed down. So all the old people who were living in that home, they all been moved on to other places. And I think in 2001, 2002, a person came and he said, he knocked at the door, and he's like, it's a madrasa now. Who's this? What does he want? So he said, I'm looking for my father. I'm looking for my either father or mother. So in 2002, he came to look for his dad. So he didn't come in 2001, he didn't come in 2000, he didn't come in 98 or 99. And before then, when it closed down, how many years before it closed, I don't know. So many years had gone. Now he's coming to meet his father after 4 years. So after 4 years, he's coming to look for, he doesn't know his father, he's looking to look for his father. So we are human beings, and we have to make sure that we keep, at a time of, you might seem that we're independent. I've got my phone, I have my money, I don't need anybody else. But mentally and emotionally, we are social creatures, and if we ever cut off ourselves from everything else, friends, family, relations, that's why even going to the masjid, like the jama'ah, the jum'ah, all of these interactions, they help us keep sane from depression, safe from depression. I don't know. So this is what we need to make sure that when we don't always look at things from a worldly perspective, that this can be more efficient. Maybe it should be more. I'm not saying it should be more efficient. I'm not saying we should work for that. But at the expense of efficiency, what's happening? We are losing out a lot. So may Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala give us the ability to keep ties with our family, to keep ties with our neighbors, to keep relations with our friends, our relatives, our people we interact with. Subhanallah wa bihamdihi, subhanakallahumma wa bihamdika, wa nashhadu an la ilaha illa anta, nastaghfiruka.